Hello my fellow Hetalians and welcome back to HetaFacts. We all know how much we love the dub. The majority of the fans prefer to watch the dub over the sub of Hetalia because that is where most of the memes come from. Even though the dub is nothing like the sub, because everyone just decided to just ad-lib most of their lines instead of sticking to the original script, and at least mostly stick to the original plot. But you sure as hell don't learn anything, like in the sub. Don't get me wrong, I still love the dub. Just don't take it as canon. Well, World Twinkle actually seems to follow the script, so that's the only exception, I guess. And since my last top 10 was Japanese voice actors, this time it's going to be English voice actors. I've had this planned out for a while, so here you go. My top 10 English voice actors from Hetalia. Number 10. Cherami Leigh. Cherami Leigh is the voice of Liechtenstein. She is up here because... it's so cute! Seriously, she has the perfect adorable voice and mixed with the perfect accent. It just... it's so cute, it melts my heart. A few other roles you may recognize her from are Sailor Venus, Kumaro Naegi, Kirimi from Oran, Patty from Soul Eater, Lizzie from Black Butler, Lucy from Fairy Tail, Asuna from Sword Art Online, Mika from Psycho Pass, Pixie Bob from My Hero Academia, Makoto Nijima from Persona, and Suzuha from Steins Gate. A note before I continue this video. Funimation, the studio that dubs Hetalia, tends to use the same voice actors over and over again in their productions. So if you have a favorite voice actor from the Hetalia dub, there's a pretty high chance they were in other Funimation productions too, such as Full Metal Alchemist, Attack on Titan, Soul Eater, Oran, or Free. Number 9. Jonathan Brooks. Jonathan Brooks voices Prussia in the English dub. And I've got to say, I have respect for that voice. Much respect. He doesn't really have many further roles that I like, but I respect a man who can do this.
Check it out! People go nuts for a man in uniform, especially when he kicks a leg up on a chair. My milkshake brings all the boys! Hell is a milkshake!
Number 8. Monica Rial. Monica Rial voices Belarus and Neo England and does a good job with it, mostly with Belarus. I can still understand her clearly, and for the little lines that she does have, she plays them rather well, and she's able to get the low and high rangy parts of Belarus's voice pretty well. But I really like Monica Rial mostly for her other roles, and boy does she have a lot of really good roles, including Tsubaki from Soul Eater, Stalking, Mei Rin, Card Captor Sakura, Jun from Shokugeki no Soma, Su from Monmusu, Sayaka Maizuno from Danganronpa, Asui Shiro from Dead Man Wonderland, Yukari from Rosario and a Vampire, Mei Chang from Full Metal Alchemist, and when I say Full Metal Alchemist, I am always meaning the Brotherhood, Renge Bulma from Dragon Ball, Mirajine from Fairy Tail, Misaki from Death Parade, Sienna Khan from Ruby, and my favorite of all, Momoko from what was no doubt the best anime dub in history, Ghost Stories. For those of you who don't know the story, the people who did the Ghost Stories dub just decided to make the whole thing a comedy and ad-libbed the majority of their lines and didn't follow the plot at all. It was apparently so funny that there was a subtitle version of the dub in Japan because the original anime was just that boring. The people who made the original series liked the dub better than their own creation. And Monica Rial took one of the blandest characters from that show and turned it into one of the best characters from that dub.
Have you accepted Jesus as your personal savior?
No, I'm Jewish.
Nice ass. Do not lust in your heart. Jesus, you're right. You see, Maki is a filthy anal pirate and gives oral pleasure to men. So he's gay. Oh, Satsuki, let's sing! Jesus loves me. Come on, you know the words! Does my mother really in heaven, Momoko? Yes, but you have yet to embrace your savior, so it's the flames of eternal damnation for you.
Number 7.
magic metal pipe of pain!
Jerry Jewell. I will pause for the screaming fangirls. Okay, are we done? Okay, obvious bias is obvious. If you don't know, Jerry Jewell plays Russia. I've seen him at a panel once, too, with a few other voice actors from Hetalia, including Japan and the Netherlands. Oh, and I think Monica Rial was there, too. Oh yeah, that was fun. He's also known for playing Kyo Soma, Barry the Chopper, the Bat from Rosario and a Vampire, Lao, Beelzebub, Lion, Bastia, and Nezu. Oh yeah, and he was also Viktor Nikiforov. I guess if you need a Russian accent, he's your guy now. He's now the Russian accent of Funimation, I guess. Number 6.
My manly tract of land has been occupied by that demon douche Prussia. We'll gather soldiers to cackle.
Chuck Huber, the fabulous voice of Austria. You may also know him as Kurogiri, Dr. Frankenstein, Ashlanders, and Show Tucker. I love how he does Austria. It's such a flamboyant and prude voice, just like the character is, and his accent is perfect, and I can still understand him clearly. And the memes that this man has made with his Schwülsterreich voice. The voice he gives just embodies Austria's character perfectly. Very well done. Number 5.
Oh my god, that's like a wheelbarrow full of Deutschmarks. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I'm gonna eat you, fire. And then I'm gonna make you my woman. Wait, what? Wait, who? Wait. Oh, for fuck's sake! And your cat, I'm gonna eat your cat. 5. I'm going to eat that cat. 5 cats for 5 Deutschmarks at Arby's.
Patrick Seitz. Better known as the creator behind the fandom's most iconic memes, his voice is a perfect fit for the Deutschu, though he could lessen the accent since sometimes it is kind of hard to understand. Seitz's deep, sexy voice has graced us with many other characters such as Nekumaru Nidai, Agni, Endeavor, Monokid, Agil, Kunzite, Nekozawa, Sloth, Keith, Shadis, and Dio Brando. I wouldn't be surprised if this video resulted in a sudden explosion of crossover fanworks. Number 4. J. Michael Tatum. You all have probably heard of this guy. This guy is freaking everywhere in Funimation. Also known as the fabulous voice of France, J. Michael Tatum has a lot of talent. Though it can be hard to understand his accent sometimes, his voice is just so France. I also have an autographed picture of France from him that I won at Shudokan. It's just his signature and then, oh ho 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 ho. This guy is a man of many talents. Don't believe me? Look where else he shows up. Sebastian from Black Butler, Klein from Ruby, Kyoya, Rintaro Okabe, Erwin, Tenya Ida, Shu Tsukiyama, Rei Ryugazaki, Giriko from Soul Eater, Nishijima, Jin Kirigiri, and Scar from Full Metal Alchemist. J. Michael Tatum is a man of many voices. Number 3. Todd Haberkorn, the star of the show, Italy Venetiano. Keeping an accent when talking super fast is really hard to do, and he manages to do it while still being mostly clear and understandable. Also, some of the ad-libs.
Ciao, ladies. You are both so lovely. Where are you headed? Macaroni bucatini, tortellino ravioli, cannelloni, fettuccine, Luigi, Luigi and Mario.
He's just saying different names of pastas. It's a funny, light, breezy voice that fits Italy Venetiano perfectly. Also, one of the first 18+ panels that I have ever been to at a con was Todd Haberkorn's After Dark panel at Youmacon. I got to see him live and said hi, so that was a really cool experience. Todd Haberkorn is a fantastic voice actor and a Funimation star. In case you don't know how famous Todd Haberkorn is, he is also known as Ling Yao, Death the Kid, Teru Teru, Korekyo, Natsu, Haru, Jadeite, Hikaru, Viscount Druid, Nagatsumi, Tsukune, Oberon, and Akise Aru. Number 2.
Fiend, you shut your little whore mouth. I got this. I can explain who I am.
Greg Ayres. Greg Ayres is a special voice actor to me. Greg Ayres is the voice of Denmark, or the newer voice. A lot of people don't like his newer voice, but I'm really glad that Denmark got a voice change. I like staying true to the original, and Greg sounds like he just took Denmark's Japanese voice and made the guys speak perfect English. He didn't worry too much about a ridiculous accent, and you can hear all the words he says clearly. Greg Ayres is also known for playing Monokuma, Kaoru, Nagisa, and he was part of the best anime dub in history, Ghost Stories, where he took Leo and made him unexplainably Jewish, and produced ad-libbing masterpieces such as...
Oh my god, what the hell's happening here? These are the fastest lip slaps I've ever had to sink! I mean, have you heard about the sports festival?
Yes, the sports festival. That's what this whole episode's about.
Okay, let's stop breaking the third wall. They're thinking about canceling the sports festival! How in the world did kids ever get laid before the internet? Praise Jehovah. That's right, I'm 6'1", 180, brown, 9 inches cut. Cut, you know, like in as in I'm Jewish. Oh man, she's eager. And 40 minutes early? Very eager. Okay! Such a fat nog. She better look like her pictures. I hate it when they lie on their profiles.
Greg Ayres is also so high on the list because I actually got to meet him. Godaiko-con was probably one of the worst, most boring cons I've ever been to because the organizers, I guess, had a rough break. It was incredibly small and there was hardly anything to do. But they got Greg Ayres. This was before I really knew who he was, otherwise I would have totally gotten an autograph. He came out to the tiny vendors hall and talked to us and even hugged me. And that, as well as the friends that I went with, is what made Godaiko-con worth it. Number 1!
Belarus and Poland. Well, let's see. Belarus is so pretty, so beautiful, and I would love to spend all of my life with her. But Poland looks dead sexy in a miniskirt. It's a tough choice.
You all saw this coming. The adorable voice of Lithuania, Josh Grelle. But not only that, he is also the voice of one of my favorite characters from Danganronpa, the esteemed Byakuya Togami, and Togami. He also plays the harem king Issei Hyodo, starting from season 3, since somebody got arrested for child pornography. Anyways, I like how he does Lithuania. He ad-libs, but it's minimum. And the voice is nice, and it is easy for me to do an impression of. It just suits him well. He's not always nervous, and again, the voice is similar to that of the original actors, with a bit of ad-libbing. Also, Lithuania is the most serious character in the series, even more serious than Germany. Being able to take a character that is a serious buzzkill and make it not just funny, but memorable, it takes talent. And finally, Josh Grelle is known for playing Yukiteru Manu, Tokoyami, Aichiro, Oxford, Satan, Tyrion from RWBY, and everyone's favorite role, Armin Arlert. Oh, yeah, he's also Yuri from Yuri on Ice, the main one. Wait a second, does that just mean Yuri on Ice is just Ruslet in the dub? Anyways, just remember that the man behind this...
I got the shield, motherfucker!
is also the man behind this.
Case, let me poke your titties. Huh? My power was unleashed by poking my master's headlights! This is for Reeves and her mammoth blood guards!
Really? 4 gauntlet pulls? Did I actually say that? I'm gonna go crawl under a rock and die!
And if you look really hard, you can find the last episode of High School DxD Born, where instead of the Japanese song at the ending, you can find the English version of the Grabbin' Dragon song. In the majority of the episodes, it is replaced, but on 9 Anime, you can hear this.
Then the grabbing dragon went walking through the woods, groping and grabbing at anything he could. What was he grabbing? Jump, please! The grabbing dragon struck again.
Josh Grelle voices a lot of my favorite characters in English, and he really did justice to Lithuania while still making it comedic. So that is why he is number 1. And that was 1 mark higher on your history test. Thank you for watching HetaFacts.